Okay guys, this is your first Paint Party Backstage Pass, and I am so excited. This is all about getting started, okay? So if you see me looking off, I'm just looking at my notes. It's not that I'm trying to not look at you. I just want to make sure I am getting all the information to you so that you are ready to get started. And the way I love this so much because I am teaching you how to not be a sitting duck with your paint party business. Now, there are many, many ways to do this business, okay? I like to teach people how to do it as a mobile business. I like to teach people, yes, you can have parties at your homes, but I've had only a couple, and I prefer not to do that. I like to have my own space at my house, and here I don't really like to, depend on people coming to my house. And I just wanted to tell y'all, for those of you that you're like, oh man, there's a chain and painting place at my location already. Guys, there is one 2 miles from my house. And I absolutely love Painting with a Twist. I love what they do in the world. I think they have opened and paved the way for people like us to make a living doing this. And so I am very thankful for Painting with a Twist. And I just want to remind y'all, they opened December 8th of 2007. So we're just over a decade into this social painting world, right? But the way I'm going to teach you, a lot of chains, it can take anywhere from 3 months to a year to even get approved to be a franchisee. And it can take over $100,000 to do that. The way I am going to teach you is you can get started with about 50 bucks, really. And I teach you through all of these backstage passes how to do it as a mobile event, okay? So I'm going to just dive right in. So number one, can you paint? That's a valid question, okay? And although I hardly ever paint at my events anymore, I still need to know the basics of painting. With that being said, you do not have to be an expert painter. I have never, ever, ever claimed to be the best painter, ever, nowhere near. There are so many better painters in the world than me. But what I am teaching you is how to set up an art event. An event where people are getting together. And yes, there will be painting involved, and there will be lots of fun, artsy stuff involved. But I am going to teach you all of those things. And if you're not sure, if you're still like learning to paint, I recommend you check out some of my YouTube videos at Texas Art and Soul. You can go to YouTube, and I have some tutorials there with different painting videos. But guys, this Backstage Pass is going to teach you all the ins and outs of the business. So first off, can you paint? If you're a newbie, that is totally fine. I have so many stories, and I'll tell you one really quick. A lady had painted maybe 3 to 4 paintings, and she was just so excited about painting. She was almost a grandma already, and she decided to, let me mentor her. And she started teaching paint parties. She was having these huge events, not on nights and weekends. She was having them during the day. Parties of 10, 20, even 30 women at a time. And this is a lady who had painted maybe 3 to 5 paintings before she ever became mentored by me. And she was almost a grandma at the time. So age doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you start painting. You have to have a passion. You have to have a passion for letting show people love while you're creating this experience for them. So if you are a newbie to painting, you are still in the right place. It is okay. The things that you're going to be teaching at paint parties are not intense paintings. These are beginner paintings for a reason, because most of your customers coming are beginners, and they don't want a real difficult, hard painting. They just want to have fun, socialize, and have something cute that they can hang at, okay? So the quickest and easiest way to start, this is what I tell all the people I mentor, have a guinea pig party, okay? So you're probably like, what is a guinea pig party? What the heck is that? A guinea pig party is when you just ask your friends, your family, maybe it's your kids, whoever you want, just gather them around your kitchen table, put a Walmart plastic dollar store tablecloth on the table, and just teach them a step-by-step painting. Nothing hard, nothing crazy. And in the bonus, I've actually given you one of, I'm already telling you the bonus, and it's just Backstage Pass number 1. I'm giving you one of the tutorials step by step. So if you are new to painting, take this tutorial with me. It's one of your bonuses, and then teach that to the people at your table. And the benefit of that is you will get feedback right away. I don't know about y'all, but my family are so honest to me. You know, whenever I do a new painting, I'm always like, okay, y'all take a look at it first before I, you know, show it to the world to get feedback. Because they will immediately kind of, you know, that's just family. They're not scared to tell you what is good, what bad. Sometimes it hurts our feelings, yes. But when you're doing a guinea pig party, you're just trying to get out the nerves and just trying to get the flow of the event. So what you're going to do is ask your sister, your aunt, your cousin, your friend, your neighbor, whoever, and just say, hey, I wanted to, you know, maybe do this paint party thing, and I wanted to try it, you know, will you be my guinea pig and let me try it on you? And yes, they could even paint for free. If you want to just do it as a free event, that's fine too. So find your neighbor, find a friend, and then teach them a painting. If you don't have a painting, look in the Backstage bonuses. I've provided one for you that you can use right away. Okay, this brings me to my next point. Okay, speaking in front of others at a party. All right, so I'm going to show you a video of an intro to me. Now, it's not the most glamorous viewpoint, so I apologize. I think you're kind of getting maybe a crop shot. That's so inappropriate. I apologize. But I think the way it was filmed, it was just not very good. But what I want you to hear from, I might put some pictures over this as it's going. Somebody was filming. I think I was setting it up while I was beginning a paint party. Anyway, it's not the best angle, but it is a great video for you to see how to start a party, okay? So if you want to listen to this real quick, this is how I start my parties. Again, you can change it up a little bit, but you don't want to go into, you know, a 20-minute spill at the beginning. You want to get them going. Then you can add more stuff to it. Like these trainings, these are going to be shorter trainings. They're going to be actionable where you can immediately take steps and see progress. So many times we think everybody needs to know everything about what is going to happen that night for them to get started. That's not true. They want to get started. You know, if we're sitting there telling them 1,000 things and then we get started, we can tell them more stuff as we go along, but get people started. You know, get them going, get them painting, get them excited, and then we can start to tell them more things.
So like the extra the lanai, all the small pictures,
We are about to get started. I just didn't want to forget, so we're going live in just a second. I mean, we are live. We're going to start the intro.
I did pan everybody.
Out of it and hit it so nobody would eat it. Okay, so my name is Heidi. I know some of y'all, so I just want to say first off, thank y'all so much for coming. I live in Texas, so I'm kind of like a traveling artist. I travel all over the country. Usually my daughter comes with me, but since it's during the fall, she is at home. She had homecoming, and then she had cheer stuff and her friends, and she seems to, you know, kind of not like me as much. She's at that stage, and it's not as fun for me, but it's okay. I know it's part of life. So I just want to say thank y'all so much for being here. And just remember, this is about fun. This is all about just enjoying tonight. And I want you to remember, so I have my thankful here, but I did a party just this past Friday. And it was a mother-daughter generations. It was like, you know, grandparents, their sisters, their kids, and it was all girls, right? And so I taught this pumpkin, and the coolest thing that I saw, and I've taught this pumpkin already several times this last month, but this one, the girls were, the kids were just totally like unscared of everything. So their pumpkins, and you can see them on my Facebook page, Texas Art and Soul. Their pumpkins are like, they're just magical. That's the only word I know for it. I mean, they like did turquoise pumpkins, they did stripes, they did polka dots, and it was so much fun because the moms, you know, we're so scared. We're like terrified of failure, you know? And then these kids were just like, what can I do different? And they just went for it, and it was so cool to see. And so tonight, I just want to like encourage you to not put so much pressure on yourself. It is a board with a pumpkin. Like, it's okay if we mess up. It is totally okay. And I have a few tricks for y'all. 2 tricks. The first trick, and they're around here somewhere, baby wipes over in the far right. And baby wipes, if you just make like a really bad mistake and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this, that will wipe off as long as it just happened. Another little trick, as soon as you paint, like if you painted something and you don't like the color or you're not happy with it, it dries in 3 to 5 minutes and then you can paint right on top of it. So I want you to use this table as your own art table. Feel free to get up anytime you want to. Feel free to use the turquoise. Feel free to use any of the things that I have here. I also have lots of metallics, golds, coppers, bronzes, all my favorite colors. Welcome. Come on in. All my favorite colors. So you're welcome to use any of those as you please as well. So because I flew this time, I did not have room for aprons. So I just want to apologize. And just remember, this is not a very messy project, but if you get it on your clothes, just go straight to the bathroom because it is permanent or you'll have a bunch of outfits like I do. So be careful with that. And then here's the thing. I'm going to basically be kind of giving you an instruction so you'll know what to expect tonight. I'll give you an instruction and then I circle you like sharks. I literally just kind of all up in your business. If you are not liking me, just please ignore me because that's just how I help. And so if you need anything, just know it will just be a matter of a few minutes and I'll be back around to help you. So anytime you're lost, you're frustrated, you're scared, you're not sure what to do, don't go cry in a corner. It's okay. You can come up here and get a snack, take a break, have a deep breath, and then just know. So I want to hear, how many of y'all have painted before? Yay! Okay, how many of y'all have painted on a piece of wood a white pumpkin? All right, okay. So here's the reason for that question. You cannot think that you're supposed to be this masterful artist at white pumpkins the very first time you try it. Although, that's the goal. You know, we're trying to do this really great. But remember, you don't have to worry about trying to have it all perfect the first time. And again, like I said, it dries in a couple minutes. You can paint right on top of it and turn it into something else. Also, I have another trick. When we get ready to paint the leaves, you may have noticed these beautiful leaves. I have hot glue guns and lots of glitter. And these are so much fun. You can also see these on Texas Art and Soul. A bunch of people did this. They actually glued them and then painted on top of them and then actually added glitter on top of that. So it turns out so, so pretty. But these also work as tracers. So remember, guys, the whole point of this, and I have another surprise for you. One more. Everybody can take a deep collective breath. So guys, it's all going to be okay. So anytime you think like, oh my gosh, this is not turning out, no judgment until you are finished. And then whenever you're done, if you don't mind, I do ask, I'm going to walk you step by step. And whenever you do get all the way finished, because a few of y'all finish a little before others, if you don't mind just coming to see me so I can, give you a hug, get a quick picture of your beautiful art before you run out. So step 1, go ahead and grab your big brush, hold it up. And remember, this is a very relaxed environment. Feel free to take breaks as you need, and I'll, again, be circling you and helping you. All you want to do on step 1 is take your big brush, and you're going to use the white. This is if you want the white pumpkin. Again, if you want turquoise, you can come up here and get some turquoise. You're going to use white with a little bit of the cream. The white and the one that looks almost like white. And you're just going to go over your pumpkin and start filling it in. And you go right on top of the Sharpie. And you'll be able to see inside that Sharpie. You'll still be able to see it. So go ahead and just start filling it in with the same strokes of the pumpkin ribs. And I'm going to come around and check on all of y'all.
Thank you. All right.
Your brain's not totally shut. You've had a break yet.
Hey guys, I hope that helped. All right, I'm gonna get this party going.
Okay, so you just saw the video of an example of an intro party. I also want to tell you, so a lot of people are scared of public speaking. I used to be so terrified. And guys, if you don't believe me, when I took my Speech 101 class back in college, I was so scared to speak in front of my teacher and around 20 other students that we had to do an informative speech. I created a giant jack-in-the-box head out of paper mache, wore a suit and tie, carried a briefcase, and did the entire speech as I walked in with my face covered with just 2 little net holes so I could see, so that I could read my speech. I was bright red under that jack-in-the-box head. I did get an A, however, so I'm very happy about that, but I was sweating and I was bright red. I was so scared. Who would have thought God would have led me to talk on stages and teach paint parties to people, to over 100 people at a time? I would have never dreamed that in a million years. I would have thought, no, he doesn't, that wouldn't even have been a dream, until several years ago. And so the reason I say this is because we think that we're going to be out there speaking and everybody's just going to be on us. I want to give you a little secret, a little trick here. Everybody that comes in is terrified of their own painting performance, okay? I'll say that again. They're not worried about you. They are terrified of their very own painting performance. So when you have them come in, when a guest comes in, be ready to greet them, smile, welcome, I'm so glad you're here. Have you painted before? Things like that. The reason why is they are just honestly really scared. I have taught thousands of women now how to teach, along with thousands of kids, how to paint. And what I've noticed is they are so self-conscious. The kids not so much, but the adults for sure. They are so self-conscious of how they're going to show their painting or how it's going to be. So what I want you to remember is just remember that they're scared. Don't worry, it's not about you, okay? I know sometimes we put all the focus on how am I going to show them I'm really good at this? How am I going to show them that I'm an expert teacher? Guys, you don't need a certificate to teach this. You don't need a certificate to teach a paint party, okay? I agree if you're going to teach at a classroom or a public school, but to teach at a restaurant, at a church, around a table, you just have to have a passion to love people. You have to be able to be organized to get it together, and you have to show them that they're going to be okay in your hands. And I know sometimes that sounds kind of ultra serious for a paint party thing, but people want to come have a good time, but they're really not looking at you for your public speaking skills. They're looking at their blank canvas or their piece of wood, and they're like, holy crap, am I going to be able to do this? Honestly, after doing this for so many years, I can honestly tell you that is what they're thinking. So I want you to take the focus off yourself and put it on them. And how can you serve them and help them through this fun, exciting night, okay? So don't worry about how you're going to speak. If you are nervous, make a little list of notes. You can tell I'm a to-do list and I scratch off. But make a little list and just kind of put it behind your canvas or your easel and just set it behind you so that if you do get off track or you do get nervous, just look at it. Oh yeah, I was going to say that. Oh, the brushes, I was going to say that. So it is okay to have yourself a little note thing. They're not really even going to notice that. I used to do that when I first started, and I realized people didn't really notice that. So that's another good tip for you. Teaching and painting at the same time. Now, so many people think, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to paint this whole thing in front while I'm trying to teach, while I'm trying to talk. You don't. Here's what I do. I show a technique here. Get your big brush, grab some white paint. We're going to cover this pumpkin with a parentheses style, letter C and then a backwards letter C. And I keep everything very, very simple, very elementary. I do that on purpose. All right. I'm not up there to try to prove that I'm, this art museum critic and, everybody's below me. No. We are trying to help them. I use words like blob and swoosh, and you know, blend is probably the most technical word I will use when I'm teaching a paint party, and everybody knows what blend means. So I want you to remember, you know, big brush, do this, and then you're not painting the whole thing. Again, it's not about you proving you're a great artist. It is about them and showing them how they can do it. So I'll give the instructions, and then the rest of the time I'm walking around helping them succeed. So I might have my painting with me, and as I show them, I end up painting my painting, but I'm not trying to finish it to make it perfect for them. I'm just trying to show them. Sometimes I'll even show them on their tablecloth. Okay, this is what we're gonna do, all right? So don't worry about, you know, thinking you have to have this beautiful finished painting at the end. I can't even tell you the last time I had a finished painting at the end. Okay, so I'm gonna show you how to turn this into a Facebook event. So a lot of times when you do schedule a party, let's say you are scheduling at a restaurant. Okay, so what you want to do is go to your page, and if you don't have a Facebook business page, you can go ahead and get one. But guys, if you are just starting, I don't recommend having to do a whole business page yet. You don't have to just yet. So if you do have a business page, all you do is go to your page, like I just went to Texas Art and Soul, and then when I have the option to create a post, if you look right here in the middle, I can select event. When I select an event, it is going to bring it up, and then I'm able to create it. So I can change the photo here. So if I have a photo, I would, you know, select the painting that I'm going to do. So let's say it's a Christmas camper. I'm going to find my Christmas camper on here. There we go. We'll put the truck and tree on there. Okay, so whatever thing you're doing. Okay, so I'll have the truck and tree on there. I can move it around if I want. And then all you want to do is put a name. So local, this one's going to be Paint Party at the Local Goat. This is a local restaurant in my area. So when I put the location, I can tag the Local Goat Distillery right here. So, and then I can add them as co-host. So it occurs once. I'm going to put the date that it occurs. So this one's on November 15th, 6 p.m. and it ends at 8:30 p.m. You always want to put the end time so people kind of know when they're supposed to leave. If not, you'll be there forever. Select the category, art, the description. I'm going to put Christmas at the Local Goat Distillery. Come paint with us. Limited seating. $40 a person and painter's choice. I'm actually doing this in front of y'all, guys. I've already done this, but I'm just redoing it so you can see exactly what I do. Email heidi.easley@yahoo.com for tickets. Must register in advance. No door show up. No last minute signups. Because of the wood cutouts. So the way I teach people to do a party is I don't want you to host a party and get your money when you get there. The reason why is because if you do that, people are going to flake out. They're not going to show up. Okay, so I just tagged art class wine. It's really more it's distillery drinks, but that's the closest they have to that. It's not kid friendly. I can put a ticket here through my PayPal, but I'm just going to have them email me on this one. But normally I would put a PayPal ticket, which I'm going to show you how to do that too. And then I'm going to hit publish. So that event is ready to go and it's posted. Now, nobody's really going to see it unless I am sharing it. So what I'll do is I will invite people to it. Okay, so from publishing tools, you're going to go into published events on the left-hand side. Right. Because here's the thing, guys. We can have the best, cutest thing to paint, but if nobody knows about it, they're not going to be able to sign up for it. And I'm going to show you a lot of that in the marketing Backstage Pass as well. Okay, Christmas at the Local Goat. I can click on that. Oh, this is the one I'd done before. And then to invite people, whenever you get on your event, if you click share, you can share to your page, but you can also invite friends. This is really important, guys. So from invite friends, now I can go to my local area and I can select all. Now, if I don't want all the guys, which I already invited most of the girls, I tried to not invite the guys because it's geared towards a ladies event. So once you select them, they'll move over to the right column and then you send invite. This means it'll actually send them an invite saying, you know, a notification that says so-and-so invited you to their event. So they could either say they're interested, or they could say they're going, or they could buy tickets right there, or they can send you an email, whatever your call to action was. Okay, so Facebook events. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you really quick about your worth. Now, not every party is worth taking, okay? So when I first started this, I ran around everywhere, taking parties of 6, parties of 8, parties of, you know, 4, whatever the case may be. I would just take them, and I wasn't having people follow through with payment. And so there was a lot of just busy work that didn't need to happen. So what I want to tell, and then also people are going to want you to donate stuff for free a lot. I get a ton of requests for, can you donate this? Can you donate that? Here's the thing, guys. You know, you have to be making money to be able to give, right? I mean, I know we want to give of our time, and I do. I give a lot of my time. I do give my money too. But, you know, a lot of times, like, yes, I'll go paint my daughter's school's murals for free. You know, I'll do stuff like that because I want to, not because I'm resentful, not because I feel like I have to, because it's something I want to do. As an artist, as a creative, as a crafter, as a maker who makes cute things, you have to remember to be responsible with your time and have boundaries. Because here's what I found out a long time ago. I was saying yes and doing things for free for everybody under the sun. I remembered working a full-time teaching job. I would be up until midnight trying to work on a commission that I wasn't getting paid for, so it wasn't a commission, a free gift for a friend that asked me to do something. Now, most creatives, most makers, we're people pleasers. We are. We have this emotional heart that, you know, we wear our heart on our sleeve, and we're very emotional, and we're very, you know, we feel a lot. We have a lot of feels, okay? And that's okay. But what I want you to remember is that, you know, you go into your dentist, you would never ask them to do it for free. You getting your oil changed, you would never, you know, roll up and ask them to do that for free. You paying your cell phone bill, you would never call AT&T and ask them to just do it for free, okay? Just because your job or your second income is something that's fun does not mean that it's free. I've never gone to a trampoline park and asked to jump on their trampolines for free. And that is a lot of fun. We did that for Bobby's birthday recently. It was a lot of fun. So the reason I'm telling you this is you have to remember your boundaries and don't say yes to every craft show. I had the opportunity to possibly paint or have people paint wine glasses for me. And they said there would be around 2,000 people at this event, and they could come and go and paint glasses. Now, I know that is not a sure bet. I know that's going to take a whole Saturday from my family when it's not a paid in advance event. So I had to say no. Yes, it could have been a great opportunity, but it was a maybe. All right, I'm all about feeding my family, making sure we have a roof over our head, driving our cars, and taking our daughter to school and making sure she has what she needs. And so if an event's a maybe, then I'm not going to spend my Saturday doing a maybe event. So remember, just because you have this wonderful God-given, you know, craft or talent doesn't mean that it should be used for free, okay? I've had a lot of people that, you know, think that, you know, $35 or $40 for an event is too much. It's not. I, and along with many others, the big chains sell it for 35 to 40 all the time. I sell my events for 35 to 40 all the time. People in my mentorship sell it for 35 up to 55 all the time. Don't spend other people's money, okay? Stay out of their pockets. They choose whether or not they want to come to an event. If you have something in your head saying, no, it's not worth that, this is just fun for me, but I can still do it. Here's what I say to you. When you walk out of that door and you leave your family to go do something that is really fun, yes, I agree, but you don't want to be resentful. You want to know when you walk out that door, you are in full service to those people. So for example, when I leave on a, let's say it's a Tuesday night. It's weird. You would think Fridays and Saturdays would be my biggest nights, but they're not. It's Mondays and Tuesdays. When I leave on a Tuesday night and I go to teach 50 people and I am all in, I am there to help them. I am working. I am helping as much as I can. My mother-in-law recently went to an event with me and she said, oh my gosh, you have to clean all this up? And I said, yeah, this is what I do. And I just made enough money for 2 weeks' pay in one night. It's totally worth it to me. I'd rather work really hard one night than work for 2 weeks straight hourly. So I don't know about y'all, but that's always a plus in my book. So I will stay the night. I mean, not necessarily, but like if, they're painting past 8:30, I'm not going to be mean to them. Okay. I make a joke a lot of times with the ladies. I'm like, we can have a paint party, slumber party for all you want. I just think they might kick us out eventually. I just make a joke about it because I am there to serve. I am there to help. And if you have that attitude where you are being paid well, your family is being taken care of, then you're never going to be resentful. But if every time you book a paint party, you tell them $10 or $15 a person, there's prep work, there's post work. I don't want you resenting that. And I never have to resent that because I always make sure I have a profit every party. And that's what I want for you. So those of you that have it in your head, take that out of your head. I used to have it in my head that summers were the worst and I never made any money in the summer. And one of the ladies I mentored, she challenged me on that. Her daughter actually challenged me on that. And I will be forever grateful because now summers and Christmas time are my best times of year. Because I challenged that. She challenged me, and then I said, you know what? Let's make this the best summer ever. And I made more money than that summer than I had made in many summers combined. So yeah, it's all about what you're thinking. If you're thinking you're going to fail right away, then you are. If you're thinking that $35 a person is too much, then it is. But I'm telling you, it is not. It is what you are thinking. So stop spending other people's money. And I'm saying this with love because I love you and I want you to succeed. But stop spending other people's money and stop saying that people can't afford it. You don't know what they can afford. All right. And if they can't afford it, maybe later you give back and you do something like that people later that you want to help. But right now, or maybe hire them to help you and they get to paint for free if you have somebody that you really want to do that with, but you feel like they can't afford it. But guys, I'm here to tell you that people can afford it. People are painting in restaurants and churches and retirement centers all over, having a blast, and I want you to be a part of it. And I'm so, so excited for you. And I hope that didn't come across mean. I never want to be mean. I just want you to know that there's so much opportunity out there. And if you look at all the negative, that's all you're going to see. But if you start looking at the positive, you're going to see so many opportunities that you will have to be picky about what you choose. And again, it's all about a profit every party. So we are going to, if you will, check. I have handouts for this part. So just check below this. There should be access to some handouts to help you even further. And then be ready for the Backstage Pass number 2 coming right up.